I'm reading Genesis to my son, and he's like, "So who made God?" Hi, my name is Alex, and I live in Merida, Mexico with my family, and I make videos about my experience here in Mexico. I haven't made a video in maybe 2 months. It feels like 2 months. I lost my grandmother, and I just needed to take some time for silence and just work on myself and take the time to just really heal. And it kind of hit me harder than I expected. She was older, she was 94, but it still hit me harder than I thought. And I had to travel back to New York for her funeral. And her funeral was a bit different than what I'm used to. She was a Jehovah's Witness, and the difference at the funeral for me was, everyone came up and spoke. It was a beautiful funeral. But, at the end, people didn't get to come up and say their thoughts about her. People just came up to the family members and said, I remember this, I remember this. But to me, I missed that part of it. Actually hearing such an impact that she made from individuals and not just the organization or, the church, or the hall, I should say. And it was just different for me, and just processing it all. And then, when I first found out, I didn't know what to do. I just felt so sad. And I was like, maybe I should, read the Bible. So I took out the Bible and I just opened it up and just started reading it. And I was like, I have no clue what is going on. And it made me feel even sadder. So then I was like, all right, I guess I have to start from the beginning. So I started reading it, and my son was like, what are you reading? He's like, are you reading the Bible? And I was like, yeah, I'm reading the Bible. And he was like, oh, can you read it to me? And I was like, oh, sure. So we started reading the Bible, and I feel like both of my grandmothers at this point would have been very happy with what I was doing. So I was reading the Bible, and then I'm reading Genesis to my son, and he's like, and I'm telling him about, I'm reading Genesis, and then he's like, so who made God? And all these questions come about. In your mind when things change. And I just needed some time to really take care of myself. And I think everybody should take the time to do that. I have a lot more on that, but I'm not going to go on that today. Yeah, my son had a lot of questions, and, I had to do my best to answer them. And just knowing so much wisdom is gone, is hard to cope with sometimes. And I think for me, I just needed a time of silence. And then our nanny that we have, she left us to go to New York, to America. And, I knew it was coming. When we first met her, she was like, oh, I'll only be able to be with you for 9 months, 8 or 9 months, because, I have this opportunity to be a nanny in America. And, I thought this would be a good experience for me to, learn the culture and then go there. And I was like, oh, great, and you don't realize the connection that you build with people over time. And she was with us like almost every day for like 8 or 9 months. We were going on trips together. Like, she was at the house with the boys every day. And, she built a great relationship with them as well. And even my family members, when they came here to Mexico, she got to know them. And they're there to help her in New York if she needs something. Even though she's not in New York, but in America.
So today is my nanny's last day in Mexico. She's going to America, and I'm gonna miss her.
I'm gonna miss you. Miss all of you.
I know.
That was hard too. So it was just like, all right, all these things are changing. I have to keep something really consistent. So I have been going to Pilates like almost every day. I go 5 or 6 days a week now, really consistently. And it starts my day off really well. And I ride my bike there like a crazy person. Because sometimes I'm waking up late. So by the time I'm there, I feel like I did my workout already. And then when I get there, I'm like, all right, now it's time to stretch. Because I feel like Pilates to me, it's like weights and deep stretching combined. So like having those two things. And then there's no speaking, which I like. It's just like the ladies' music, which Monday through Friday is a different lady that I have on Saturday. But Monday through Friday, she usually puts on like classical music. So literally you are in your head during the class. So you're just listening, and the class is in Spanish. So, I am learning. I'm still learning. That's another thing. I'm learning Spanish. I'm studying every day. I'm starting to I don't watch TV, but I've been watching more TV just so that I could watch it in Spanish, so that I could hear it more, because at home we do speak English. And so that the consistency of that, man, this like month and a half has been a lot. Sorry. I don't know how I'm going to get this all into one video, but then I had to do a 6 months checkup. It was supposed to be 4 months, but I ended up doing 6 months because, I was in New York and I couldn't make my appointment. So I had a tumor that the doctor found. That I went to OBGYN in Mexico, and the doctor found a tumor. I was having stomach pains for like almost 2 years. And they were telling me that it was, gastro issues and, I had to take all these pills. And I didn't believe any of that. They gave me all these pills, and I actually still have them. They're in a garage in America. But I didn't take any of them, and I felt like it wasn't true. So like I couldn't figure out what was wrong. I was trying my best to eat healthy. I was feeling really sick. And then when I moved here to Mexico, I went to the OBGYN, and the OBGYN was like, I went to the gastro doctor, and he was like, I don't think this is gastro. He was like, I think you should see a gynecologist. Okay, so I'm back. My phone literally shut off, and I got this symbol that it was too hot. It is very hot. In Merida, it gets super, super hot. I've lived in other places that is hot. Like in Abu Dhabi, I was there in the sun, like I lived there, and it gets very hot. But here is like, it's on another level. All right, but anyway, so what was I saying? Okay, so I had a tumor. I had a doctor here in Merida, Mexico, remove it in December, and I had to do a follow-up So that's what I've been doing. I had to do a follow-up, and I got like a quick biopsy. I'm not sure if it's actually considered a biopsy. Yeah, I guess it is a biopsy. And I'm still waiting for my results. So I think it'll be fine. I feel great. I feel better than I have felt in a very, very long time. I've been eating pretty healthy. I do still eat meat. I have thought of cutting that out of my diet, but I have not yet. What's funny is like a lot of my friends here, they're all vegan, or either, oh, the lighting just changed. Looks better. I don't know what happened. So a lot of my friends here, they are vegetarians or vegans. My cousin is a pescatarian, so I'm very familiar with the diet. And I was a vegan for like 4 months, but I started feeling a little sick and I wasn't sure what I was doing wrong. Now looking back on it, I should have probably been taking some vitamin D, which I take now, and I'm always in the sun here, so it's a lot different, the environment. But yeah, with the weather, getting my surgery, just my lifestyle now, I'm just so much happier here, and I don't feel stressed. And I feel like stress really brings on can bring on a lot without you noticing it. Like sometimes it just kind of happens. But yeah, this is a quick update video kind of how my life is here. I'm even going to put in like when I went to the doctor and stuff like that, so you could kind of see what that's like. So now I'm on my way there now, and my doctor is in Centro. So we used to live in Centro, and now we live a little further away, and I'm on my way there now. And I'm just gonna share my experience. So I just finished my biopsy with the doctor. It was super quick. Everything came out to about 1,650 pesos. And that was the appointment, including the biopsy. So I get the results from the biopsy in about a week. I feel pretty nervous. I feel fantastic, but you know, you just never know. Before I wasn't feeling well, and I was having a lot of stomach pain, and this time I feel really good. So, you know, I'm just going to keep a positive attitude, and I'm praying that I get positive results. Yeah, so my whole point to this video is, because, you know, you can't have a story without a point. When you're going through things, like if it's either somebody passes away, or you want to move to a different place, or you just feel like you should be moving on to something different in your life, I do think that silence, and just like, there's really a power in silence. Like, not my grandmother that passed away, but my other grandmother, she didn't speak a lot, but when she had something to say, it was always like so good. Like, she really thought about how it might affect other people when she spoke. And like, I want to take on the best parts, I think, of both of my grandmothers, because they were pretty much very opposite. I feel like one was very quiet and the other was very outspoken. Like anything, like she really thought, she kind of just said, and she was like, all right, you got to deal with what I was thinking, you know? Versus my other grandmother that was like, all right, well, you know, she was very calm. So, you know, I want to take I want to take both parts of them and continue them with my life, you know? And also knowing that I don't know it all kind of hurts too. Like, knowing that you don't know it all and you still had so much more to learn, and the person with the most wisdom in your family is gone is hurtful sometimes. So what I think is really good to take away is, if you have somebody important in your life, you should do, or I suggest doing a legacy video. And I've done this with both my grandmothers, with my grandfather, my other grandfather. I was too young, so I don't have any grandparents anymore. And I did a legacy video with 3 of them. I did a legacy video with 3 of them. And it's just me asking about their life, their advice for their great-grandchildren, different things that they did in their life and how they would have done them differently. And it feels so good to listen back to. Some nights I'm just like, wow, like, I'm so happy that I did this. So I'm gonna put like a little bit of my grandmother's in here. What's your greatest accomplishment?
The greatest accomplishment.
She brought her first home by herself.
That's amazing.
Well,
Second too.
second home.
Wow.
I wasn't married.
How old were you?
I was young. It had nothing to do with money. I had nothing but money. You know, money flowing in. You know, well, I don't know if you're like this, but money comes in and it stays in. It comes in.
Same. Money comes to me very easily.
Yes, it does. You too?
Yes.
Me too. It did, and I just did what I wanted with it, you know?
Same, Bubba.
Mm-hmm. That's right. They did all right. I had no complaints. Money always came to me, though.
Same. It's just a suggestion. Talk to you later. Bye. Thanks for watching.